Okay. Hopefully that's good now. I hope that's good. I mean, hell, this is annoying, so regardless. We should be good now. I am downstairs, so it might be a little bit better. Let's delete that. Go with that. Okay. I think we're good now. Really hope so. Live chat. Alright, everything seems to be working. Alright, so back to where we were. So yeah, the markets are looking extremely bearish right now. You can see even on Cardano, on the daily time frames, just things are just not looking good right now for anything. Like the whole market just looks like complete shit. So ideally what we're looking for again is that pullback opportunity, getting that long position and then kind of going from there. So that would be ideal for this sort of move set, but otherwise otherwise we're only shorting. That's pretty much the case here. I just hope you guys can hear me, and everything's good here, but it should be fine. I think we're good now. Yeah, it looks fine, so we're good. So yeah, so ideally what I'm looking for is a shorting position. Even it's just so hard to say right now because of these neutral standpoints. I do want to enter a position, of course, just for you guys, but I'll wait for you guys to yeah, okay, so there we go. There we go. So stream's good now, so you guys are good too. Okay, so I mean, up to you guys. What do you guys want to do? Like, I'm sure more people are gonna join later. Usually that's how it goes. Like, you know, we tend to see within the next 30-40 minutes, a lot more people start joining in. So for now, we can just, I guess, start with charts. If you guys have a preference on charts, you guys want me to analyze for you, and then we can kind of go from there in terms of looking for entries and then kind of live trading. So whatever you guys want me to do, just let me know. Yeah. So yeah, whatever you guys want me to do necessarily, just let me know, and then we'll kind of go from there. Like I said, these live sessions, I mean, it's really hard to kind of say, like, you know, we're gonna go live for a lot of people. So I kind of just do them. I mean, I'm posting, you know, working full time and then doing 16 videos a day and then doing the live sessions as well. But it's a way for me to connect with you guys, at least, mostly when, you know, markets are kind of capitulating. We kind of need to figure out where exactly we're gonna go. BNX USDT, I have that lined up still. I actually didn't change anything, and check that out. Wow, look at that move. So let's go ahead and analyze this together. So remember when I said I forget who I said, but I was saying it's a bullish move set, right? And this was a perfect example of a bullish move set. Because again, on the lower time frames, sure, it looked bearish, but I only trade the 4 hours when I'm looking for an entry. And you can see we saw that breakout formation. I mentioned this to you guys previously that right now, BNX USDT is looking for that third test opportunity. And on the third test, we have a very strong breakout. Now, there is a few things that we have to obviously talk about. Number one being the fact that you can see we were actually using this level, the exponential moving averages, as support, as well as the fact that we were retesting this resistance multiple times. That usually means the fact that BNX or in any cryptocurrency pair is looking for a breakout formation. Very rarely will you see a 3-test confirmation fail. But as of right now, this is looking extremely bullish. I would be expecting a pullback. Now, what you're looking for in this situation is a possible pullback down to the $64 level, using it as support and then a continuation. Remember, old resistance becomes new support, and this is a perfect example of what's happening. So we are in oversold or overbought territories as well on the 4 hours. So this is a shorting position, but we've already seen a massive drop from here at $76 to 71. Looking at the hourly time frames, we can look for a quick scalp opportunity to $69.26. That's where the 20 exponential moving average is, and then seeing how it plays out. If we get any sort of break of this formation, right, from this exponential moving average, then expect a massive wick to the downside. But if we do see that continuation on these EMAs like we've been seeing here on the 1 hour, you can see that we're using this as support, then I would suggest waiting before you actually look for that confirmation. What about Doge? I can definitely check out Doge for you in a second. My take profit is 64. Yeah, exactly. So that's exactly what. So again, you're right now in this position, how you're trading, you're looking for more of like an intraday scalp, right? So that's what we kind of look for, that when you are seeing an over leveraged or overbought position rather. to me personally, that's, you know, a little bit riskier because you tend to see 2 or 3 wicks on the 1 hour time frame before we see the move set. And what I mean by that is right now you're seeing that move from $76 to this exponential moving average here at 71. Now what you could be expecting on the hourly, of course, best case scenario, a straight move to the downside, but 9 out of 10 times you'll see another pullback, grab that liquidity, and then the continuation. I'm just gonna move this over here because it's really annoying. But then you grab that liquidity, right? So ideally what you're looking for is another wick to the upside and then the move to the downside. That's why a lot of traders kind of get faked out, which is why I recommend you obviously wait. But if you are in profits, it's not a bad idea to start locking some profits in or taking those trailing stops. Because again, right now, this is looking extremely bearish, of course. But if we bounce on the $64 level, then this is going to be a massive continuation on the upside. So let's talk about Dogecoin. Even though I just made a video on it, I'll just briefly touch on that. So looking at Doge right now on the 4-hour time frames, we saw that break of this formation, right? Look at this break. We saw it at 0.07. This is the third test opportunity. And I mentioned this to you guys in multiple videos that Doge is extremely bearish right now. We are looking for a possible wick down to 0.05. But just like in today's video, I am expecting a pullback possibly to this level here at 0.076, using that old support as resistance and then the confirmation. Of course, if Doge does break out of this formation, then that would be confirmed a triple bottom. But as of right now, it's very early to say how Doge will react. Right now, this is looking extremely bearish. This is not a bullish move set on Doge by any means. And again, if we do consolidate in between these levels, I'm still expecting a wick down to 0.05 before we finally continue pushing higher. Now, what to buy for profit? Well, okay, so that depends, right? As a trader, like, what are you looking for in terms of profit, right? So long term, right now, the market, you're not supposed to be in the market. And I've mentioned this many times. You're better off sitting in stables because altcoins are still going to capitulate. We're not at the capitulation stage just yet. If you're looking for profits just for intraday scalping or something, then that's fine. You can definitely do that. But as of right now, the market is not a place to be in altcoins. I think, in my opinion, we're going to see a large crash next year. So it's better to kind of just sit in cash and just kind of sit on sidelines and wait. That's probably your best case scenario, because otherwise then you're pretty much looking for a larger move, right? From like a day trading aspect of it, I've been mentioning that 0.11 is going to act as a very strong resistance point, and as of right now we do have that continuation to the downside. I mean, I've been saying, guys, like, if you go on my video, I've been saying that 0.08 will break, and it did, and we saw that move to the downside. And as of right now, everyone, I remember like people commenting, no, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about, this is going to hold as a support. What people fail to realize is we've already tested this level multiple times, and the more times it's tested, the higher chance of it breaking, right? Long Bitcoin, 2x leverage, never going to liquidate. If we liquidate, exactly, yeah, Nate, you're totally right. But I feel like a lot of traders, the reason why they don't use 2x leverage is because position sizing, right? When you have a $100 account and you're trying to do 2x leverage, I mean, realistically, Bitcoin really needs to move in order for you to make any sort of profits, right? But when you have $100,000 or anything higher and you do there's no reason to use any higher leverage than that. In my opinion, even if you want to learn, like, 5x is the max. The reason why we do 125x on this channel is just for you guys, for entertainment purposes. But if you ever watch me, like, most of the time when I'm entering these positions, it like I'll use 10x leverage, and even then, like, I have really tight stop losses. And the reason why I don't necessarily put the stop losses in these live sessions, because I'm watching it the whole time. The only time I won't watch it is when I'm like, I gotta go to the, I gotta go get a drink of water, and then we start praying after that, and hopefully nothing happens, But otherwise, then there's no reason for us to really look for that position otherwise, right? Long term, like, I know a lot of traders and a lot of my friends that have been trading these markets for a very long time, they still have their shorts open from 50K for Bitcoin. They still have their low leverage shorting positions, because even if the market wicks out, it might wick, like, I've seen Bitcoin jump $6,000-$7,000 in 4 hours. I've seen Bitcoin drop $10,000-$20,000 in 4 hours, right? It's happened before. I mean, at this level, it would be very extreme for it to happen, but the volatility is done pretty much now. We are in this consolidation zones, and in my opinion, this is the easiest time to trade. Like, this is literally the easiest time to trade, because the moves aren't that large, right? You're pretty much only betting downwards. You're not looking for anything else. And if you're looking for a long position, it's a quick scalp. That's the only thing you really need to do. There's nothing else you really need to look for on that position. But looking at Bitcoin though, man, Bitcoin does look like it's finally found some sort of leg to the downside, right? We have a retest of 16.3. I might actually look for a long position right now, at least back up to 16.6. But the reason why I'm not going to do it, at least on Bitcoin's perspective, is because like this range is extremely choppy. You can see that we've actually been in this range multiple times, and I just don't feel like sitting here watching. I mean, unless this is totally up to you guys. If we're looking for that 125x leverage, it's totally up to you. You guys run the stream, in my opinion, in terms of positions open, right? So you guys let me know what you guys want to watch. But if you guys have any chart you want me to analyze, I can do that. I buy Dogecoin yesterday of $50 and 0.08. Is it good? Devil, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, again, so long the way I always tell my subs and like people that ask me, oh, when should I buy? Reality is, buying at these levels at $16,000 is not the end of the world. For people like us that you kind of look at it from this perspective, that have been in the markets for a very long time, we would like to get the absolute bottom, but reality is no one really knows where that is going to be, right? Me saying, oh yeah, Bitcoin could drop to $12,000, and in reality, if it does and it capitulates even lower, then goes to 6,000, that's a reality too, right? I don't have a crystal ball and be like, oh yeah, give me a second, let me just close the door. And be like, oh yeah, like I don't have a crystal ball and be like, things are going to work out for me when they're not. Because in reality, like when capitulation happens, nobody knows what's going to happen. I've been in that situation before where Bitcoin has dropped from 6,500 to 3,000 in 4 hours, a 50% drop. And then we were dead. Like guys, we were stable for months and nobody knew where. Could we go lower at that point? Could we go higher? But of course, at that range, buying at those levels aren't the end of the world, right? So if you bought $50 of Dogecoin yesterday, in my opinion, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I've been saying like, okay, worst case scenario, we go from 0.07 to 0.05 in my videos. But for you at that position of $50, like you might lose like what? Like give or take mathematically $6-7. But in the long term, if Bitcoin, of course, does go to 100,000, like most of us know it will within 3-4 years, give or take, then your Doge, assuming it of course holds and the hype is there and whatever, then we can, even looking at previous all-time highs at 70 cents, that's still a 10x gain for your $50, right? That's the kind of way you have to see it, and that's how I usually do my investments is at current prices. And of course, I want to be very clear about this though, guys. Like, this is specifically top 10 coins. This is specifically top 10 coins that like, or top 15 coins maximum. This isn't BNX, no offense, like Luna Classic, no offense. Like, it's not going to work, right? I'm talking about coins that reality, like Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin. Like, I'm not going to say XRP because it didn't, but you get my point. Is a larger investment tends to, in a bull run, or a larger market cap coin tends to see the same sort of gains, if not higher, depending on Bitcoin's price. For example, Doge was a massive opportunity for a lot of traders. Now, the difference is, though, Doge has seen insane gains, right? You're not going to see below a penny. Maybe you will, who knows? But for a very long time, right? And I talked about this in my last stream. Like, I'm eyeing Shiba Inu. And the reason why I'm eyeing this is not because I believe in the thing. I don't give a shit about the coin. The reason why I'm looking at it from this perspective is because of the fact that looking at the daily time frames, we're pretty much getting near that major support on Shiba. But guys, listen, Shiba Inu, Doge, all these shit coins, whatever, however you want to see them, they have a purpose in a bull run. Every bull run is almost the same cycle. These coins will pump. The question obviously is, how far will they go? Who knows? But I know people that accumulated Doge for the 3 years in the bear market and they retired. They didn't buy anything but Doge. And that's obviously a very rare case, right? Not everyone's going to be able to do that. But Shiba Inu is kind of the same perspective, right? When Doge pumps, guess what? Everyone's going to be like, oh my God, what's the next Doge coin? Well, they're going to look at Shiba. And that's why you saw on Shiba, we had the same sort of accumulation zone before we had this massive bull run effect. And now we're back in that continuation zone. I wouldn't be surprised if we go on Doge on the daily time frames. I talked about this because I remember I made TikToks on it about a long time ago. But look at this. I talked about this in my last video too. We are in the same state, right? We can see consolidation, wick, consolidation, wick, consolidation, wick. But every time we see that wick, we continue pushing on higher. And I remember this day very, very well. This was when we saw the first pump on Dogecoin from zero, like barely a penny, right? We saw that massive move and then the continuation. And I remember saying, oh, hey, Doge will never hit a penny. I was that guy, right? Most of us were that guy. Like because we didn't expect the bull run to be what it was, right? And just like in 2017, no, it's just that's the fun of crypto. You never really know what you're gonna make. But every time Doge pumped, it pumped and pumped and pumped, right? Like, look, every time we had that bearish move set, it continued pushing on higher. Of course, once Elon got on board, then things obviously changed for perspective-wise. But looking at Shiba, like, we're in that same sort of situation. When I zoom out of the chart, we're just in a consolidation zone. We saw the pump, the original, the bull run pump. Now we're back to pretty much heading towards our major supports. And guess what's going to happen? The next bull run, it's going to do the same thing. Your gains are obviously a lot higher in terms of Shiba, and I'm not saying go buy all in. I'm just saying it's not a bad idea to have a shitcoin in a portfolio, whether it's 2-3%, because in a bull run, when everything goes up, you're making money regardless. The question is, how far are things going to go, right? That's always the fun of it. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning these specific coins is because they have so much volume. When you talk about BNX, when you talk about these other altcoins, the problem is with them is the fact that you're not going to see, you're taking a gamble pretty much on the fact that these coins are going to survive the next 3 to 4 years. I can't begin to describe to you guys how many coins I was invested in back in the day that don't exist anymore. And guys, these were like 100 million to 300 million market cap coins. And I was like, wow, this is going to be the greatest thing ever in the next bull run. In reality, and then everything went bankrupt. Like, the bear market was so bad that like most of these projects just failed because they couldn't pay developers, they didn't have enough funding, and they launched in the bull run and everything was whoopsie daisy looking great. But as soon as the bull run finished, reality hit and no one could run these projects anymore. And we just missed a trade. I'm sorry, I kind of went on a boat here, but yeah, we did miss a small position on Bitcoin for that long. Regardless, even on the daily time frames, like this is looking like a nice retest. I might actually take that. What are you guys feeling? You know what? There's quite a bit of you here, you guys. What's your? Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna read up this chat real quick. Now, which coin is better to buy for profit, not longer? What do you mean by that, Devil? Dang, that would be nice. That's why I'm investing in low coins. Yeah, Tavish, no problem there. What's your look on ETH and BTC short term? So I can talk about that real quick, and then we'll look for a position. So right now, short term, I'm looking for a consolidation zone on Bitcoin, kind of like what we saw over here from when we were at 20,000. We saw a consolidation zone for pretty much like almost a month, and then we saw the move to the downside. I'm kind of looking for the same range right now. You can see from November till almost now, we're pretty much heading into that month. And I have been a part of that case where we did see the capitulation on Bitcoin, so we have to be very, very careful here. So yeah, short term, I'm looking for Bitcoin to drop possibly to 12,400 or 11,200. I'm still very bearish on Bitcoin. Same with Ethereum. I mean, you guys already know from my Ethereum videos, $723 is the sweet spot for me to start looking for these long positions overall. But otherwise, I'm not really bothering with these things. So yeah, let's go ahead and look for a position now. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do high leverage, or do you guys just want to chill? Like, what's everyone feeling right now? Do you guys want to watch me get liquidated? I mean, again, it's just more for entertainment for you guys. So whatever you guys are feeling, we'll kind of go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we can just kind of chill and just kind of vibe out. I was looking for a long position on Bitcoin. I mean, this is a very easy long position, at least to 16,620. But now we're just kind of chilling. Yeah, again, it's up to you guys. So whatever you guys want to do. If you guys want me to do 100x leverage, I can do that. We have $460 on this account. To trade BNX USDT. I don't think Fairdesk has BNX USDT. I'm not really sure. I can search it. BNX. No, they don't. BNX. No, they have BNB. But even then, let's see. We have quite a bit. I mean, I'd like to stick to, I mean, for entertainment, right? We can do higher leverage. So if we go, I know Bitcoin's 125x. I know Ethereum is 80x. That's pretty much our high leverage plays. Everything else is kind of in between, right? 25x. But, I mean, man, like Cardano is just wrecked. Cardano's a really nice shorting position, but I don't really want to do it right now. Enter some position and explain why'd you enter. Sure. Okay, yeah, sure, I can do that. I mean, like, I can quickly. I mean, while I was talking, unfortunately, I missed my entry on Bitcoin. It was actually 16.4. We would have been up a pretty penny right now. And the reason I'm not going to enter now is because, again, I mean, how much, like, what? I'm going to play a $50 range and then risk a liquidation zone. It's just not worth it. Usually, when you're trading high leverage, you wanna get in at the best time, and we missed our opportunity there. Cardano, like, yeah, I don't even know what to say about Cardano right now. It is absolutely wrecked. So let's see. What else can we really do? We have Solana. Solana is looking ready to actually retest. I talked about this quite a bit. I don't really analyze Solana because I don't know. I've actually never looked at Solana in terms of videos, but I don't know if there's that many people that are interested in it. But Solana will be hitting around the $11 mark. This bar formation will complete. The question is, of course, how high are we willing to go right now? But yeah, look at that. Look at that. Bitcoin is pumping, guys. We are pumping really nicely right now. So that was a potential sandbox all-time low, or yeah, Algorand. So I actually do have Algo right here. You guys can see. Look at that beautiful, guys. Look, my lines are so perfect, right? Look at this. I've never changed my line. Look how perfect to the penny it is, right? This is a beautiful trade right here on Algo. We did find, and I mentioned this to, I remember I was telling you guys about the last Discord. People were like, oh my God, 22-cent Algo. It's a perfect buy opportunity. And then now it's at 16 cents. And they were like, oh yeah, it'll never hit 16, right? Yeah, so reality kicked in real quick there for them. Gala's below 2 cents. That is crazy. Ocean is actually looking for a very nice breakout here, right? Look at this. So we tested these highs and now we're right back in terms of a support. We could easily go back to these highs again. So that is looking for a nice. I don't know if we have Ocean on Fairdesk. I can actually check that. Man, Bitcoin is pumping. Yeah, it's a little too late to be kind of entering anything right now. I can definitely do altcoins. Altcoins don't really move as much. Which is kind of nice, but let's just quickly look at. I don't think that they have Ocean either. Oops, no. Yeah, so let's see. They pretty much have the main ones, which is fair. I mean, they have quite a bit though. Actually, they have Matic. Matic was I think we started the video with Matic, and I talked about it. Yeah, so Matic's at that retest zone right now. Still looking quite bearish though. Nothing really crazy happening on Matic. I mean, that's a really nice wick though to 75. Yeah, Terra Luna Classic. Sure, I can do that one for you. Yeah, it's pretty much wrecked. It's really hard to say really at this level. Like I talked about this in the morning. This 14 support level was broken, which was a very major support level here on Luna Classic. I was expecting a second and third bounce opportunity, so something like this and a clean confirmation. We just didn't see that, right? We just saw a pretty much straight break to the downside, and now we're retesting it as resistance, which is extremely bearish. This is not a bullish moveset on Luna Classic. So if we do continue pushing on lower, then our next support level here will be 86. And that is a very important support because this is a very nice accumulation zone. So that's ideally what we're looking for. I mentioned in my videos that, of course, like if we saw the same sort of situation here, like this consolidation zone, I would have liked to see it at the 14 mark, but we just failed, right? We just failed to break that level and drop pretty fast. Hey, Devil, sorry, what was your question? Did I miss it? In $50, $100, which coin is better to trade for long term? So if you have $50 or $100, okay, so that really, okay. So again, my bet, okay, so in the short term, is that like, I want to be honest with you. I don't want to give you bad advice and I don't want to set you up for failure. If I was you and I had, for example, $50 or $100 coming in every week and that was the amount of money I would buy, my best case advice to you was there's two ways you can really do it. Number one is you can go for Ethereum or Litecoin or Bitcoin and play it very safe. In my opinion, Ethereum might be a little bit better for the long term. That's playing it very safe, right? Because we know Ethereum will continue pushing it higher, and that's just dollar cost averaging. Because again, short term, if the market is dropping, there isn't a short term unless you're gambling, right? So that's why I'm not answering your question specifically, because I don't want you to get into the habit of fast gains, quick gains, because that's not how the markets are, right? That's at least now, right now in current state, we're not going to see that for a while. So in order for you to be successful in the long term, you really need to position yourself, whether it's $50 or $100, it doesn't matter. You just need to position yourself in a way where you'll see the most gains, right? So like I mentioned to you, there's two ways of doing this. Number one is doing it safe. Number two is buying coins like Doge and Shiba and these altcoins that are shitcoins rather, and hoping for the best case scenario. But I would highly advise you buy a shitcoin that isn't isn't really that bad in terms of microcap. I'm not saying go buy a $5 million a coin that only has a market cap of 5 million or 10 million. Get a shitcoin, sure, for whatever, for long term, but be very specific, right? You don't want to buy a coin that's not going to do any, that might not survive. That's my best case scenario to you. Yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Okay, so guys, what do you want to see? We're at Bitcoin's back at 16.5. Did we get that wick? Oh, look at that, boys. See, this is why I was looking for that long position. It would have been like the last live stream again. Remember, we played the wick perfectly, got in, got out, and then we just kind of chilled. Yeah, Devil, I got you, man. I mean, guys, I'm gonna be completely honest. The reason why I do these live sessions is literally just to answer your questions. The trading part of it is just gambling. We're just having fun. I don't care about the money. But everything else in these sessions, this is a place where you can come and ask me whatever coin you want, and I'll give you a proper analysis. Like BNX, like I told you last time, I forget who asked, but that was a bullish move. We saw the bullish move complete, right? And now look again, we talked about it in the video this morning, or when we started, but look, BNX is bouncing, right, from 70 now to 72. Why? Because we're still using these exponential moving averages as support. So I mentioned, take your profits, because if we do see another wick to the upside, you don't want to get stopped out, right? Lock in your profits while you can. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't be locking your profits, mostly if you got in right here. That's a perfect opportunity, right? No, I don't have a thanks Tavish. I don't want tips. I'm okay, thank you. I don't have a tip jar. I didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest. Yeah, I'm good. Don't worry, it's okay. Yeah. I don't know. I personally, like I said, I started this YouTube channel just to kind of help out. I don't sell anything. I don't even have a course. The only thing I have, actually, if you guys are interested, is I have a free Telegram chat where I actually post my charts. That's it. So if I can't do a live session, guess where I'm going to be updating it? I'm going to be doing it in the Telegram chat, right? So I actually linked it. I can link it for you guys after. But yeah, you can just check that out later. But regardless, so let's see. You speak of liquidity grabs. I get a steep move to the upside to come back down. How does that happen? So yeah, so liquidity grabs. So something like this on BNX, right? It's like pretty much buyers come in, and this is a fake out situation. So buyers come into the market. It starts to look extremely bullish. And then at a specific level, there will be a target for a selling opportunity. We actually saw it on Bitcoin quite a bit. So what happens basically is there'll be untapped liquidity in the market, and most of the bots will actually push the trade towards that side, grab that liquidity, so basically stop everyone out, and then continue pushing to where the trade should have been in the beginning. So we've seen that on Bitcoin from 25,000. It was untapped territory at 25.2. I actually have a screenshot of me shorting 25.2 at 20x leverage for it was a wild game. But that was back in the day when it was fun, right? When Bitcoin was extremely fun. Right now it's just boring. We're just seeing the same choppy zones. But that's pretty much what I mean by liquidity grabs. We see it quite a bit on Luna Classic, actually. And it's a good example. So I can show you on Luna Classic real quick on the 4 hours. So every time we see a pump on Luna Classic, it's just a liquidity grab opportunity for a short. You can look at all these wicks. Look at all these beautiful wicks on Luna Classic. I mentioned this in so many times. Liquidity grab here, untapped territory, grabbed it, continue pushing on lower. Same thing happened with these small wicks over here. Same thing happened with this wick over here. It's the same thing, right? It's just, that's why I've been shorting Luna Classic all the way down. There's absolutely no reason otherwise. Yeah, I tip YouTubers live. I hate Discords, Twitter, and YouTube, but I'm following you. I should post your ETH addresses for tips. You should post your ETH address for tips. Yeah, Tavish, I can do that later. Actually, no. Well, yeah, I'll do that later. I'll have to. Trust me, I'm on the most welfare setup right now. Unfortunately, I have a laptop which I got specifically just so I can live stream while I'm on vacation. I'm reading my chat from my iPhone, so it's I can't even go to a different app. I just have to kind of just chill. What do you mean by untapped territory? So what I mean is basically liquidity that was left out of the market, right? So what you're looking for in these perspectives is usually when you see a move to the downside, like check this out on Luna Classic, right? We saw this huge move to the downside, but we didn't see that possible retest. So once we saw that retest, we tapped that liquidity. Again, a lot of traders were looking for that move set. Oh my God, we're breaking above a crucial resistance. It's time to buy. They failed, and then we immediately dropped. So that's what I mean by untapped territory, is what you're looking for as a short, like a short position, is that wick. I can't explain to you guys how many times and then the amount of money I've made on like literally just liquidity grabs. When you know as a trader these crucial resistance points, you will know exactly where these liquidity grabs are going to happen. Guess what? We saw the same thing on Bitcoin, right? Look at that liquidity grab all the way up to 18.3. This was a little bit more of an extreme case scenario because in terms of a wick, looking at previous wicks, this is why I teach you guys wicks. Look at the previous wick at 18.1. That's where we should have seen the liquidity grab because that's what's the highest peak. We see sometimes the market move against us and we can go up to, and this really comes into emotions, right? As a trader, if you're emotional and the trade starts going against you, you're going to panic close your position. But if you're more of those, you know, like if you understand how the market works, you'll enter a position maybe at 18,000 once we retest those wicks, and you'll know worst case scenario, I might see a $200 to $300 move. Anything higher, you're out of the position anyways, right? So that's why we trade those things. That's probably the best thing. Hey Ricardo, what's up? What's up? So that's ideally what we're looking for when we're trading these things. So now we can kind of look for a position. Again, guys, I'm gonna do high leverage just for you guys, just for fun. Otherwise, I don't suggest it. And there's no point otherwise. So here, let me just see real quick. So what are you guys feeling? What do you guys want me to do here? Do you guys want to risk it all in one trade? Do you guys want me to just kind of show you guys a position sizing? Or how I trade rather? Ethereum looks very nice for a breakout here. Cardano, I really want to short Cardano, but it's too oversold for me to be looking for a shorting position right now. Ideally, the short would have been up here at 28 and then the consolidation zone, but we just didn't see that level break, so that was unfortunate. I talked about this a lot in today's videos, like where I'm looking for a wick. Even Ape. No one asked me about Ape today. Are you guys good? Yeah, Magic. I can talk about Magic real quick. A lot of you guys are talking about Magic. Actually, Magic USDT. This thingy? 62 cents, eh? So let's talk about Magic. Let me show you guys. Wow, the chart is brand new. We don't really have too much information to kind of go off, unfortunately. But we can still analyze. So let me go ahead and draw some lines for you guys so you can kind of have a perspective on Matic. So there's a support level right here at 52.99. And in terms of resistance, we actually have multiple resistance levels, but this is a perfect one. So 73 is a resistance zone. So why? Let me just explain why I did that, right? Yeah, so let me just show you guys for your knowledge and wisdom, Nissan. Yeah, Nisa, I got you. No problem, guys. Thank you. So let me just quickly show you why I drew these lines specifically. So number one is when I look for a line. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the lines again so I can teach you guys something as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete the lines. So let's talk about a naked chart, support and resistance specifically. I made a video about this a long time ago, but I will quickly go over it. So what I'm looking for, when I'm trading rather, what I look for is multiple retests on. So think of a support as a floor and think of a resistance as a ceiling. How many times has the floor been tested and at what level? So what I'm looking for is, it's not going to be perfect, but that's a specific level, right? So you can see the support level was, you see all these little candlesticks retesting that support and bouncing. That's a confirmation for us. Now, when I'm looking for a resistance level, I'm looking for how many times in terms of wicks. This is specific. How many wicks did we see retest a resistance level? So it'll be right here at 74.05, give or take. The reason how I know is confirmation, this is very specific, so pay attention. The reason I know it's confirmation is if we bounced off that support level as resistance, right? So what I mean by that is, or sorry, vice versa, as a resistance level, as support. So you can see here on Magic, we saw a huge move to the upside. Then we retested it as support, bounced, came down, retested it as resistance. That's our confirmation that this is a support / resistance level. Any break above this level, we go long. Any break below this level, we go short. I talked about the same thing during BNX, right? We talked about this. I drew these two magical lines for you guys that day as well. And I said the same thing. If we break this level, we're going long. If we break below this level, we're going short. That's it. It was super simple. And look at that. We broke the level. We went long. We made a ton of money, right? And that's super simple. Like my charts are very, very basic. I don't really do crazy charts. I just like support resistance. I feel like I've gotten to the point in this past 7 years where I've really learned it, and I have my 2 little indicators to kind of show me where my zones are going to be, and I kind of go from there, right? Otherwise, there's no really other reason to kind of go from there. So let's go ahead and now let's talk about position. Again, guys, this is going to be like extremely risky. I'm going to be honest with you. We kind of missed our zone, unfortunately, like while I was talking to you guys and analyzing. But yeah, for now, I will enter a position, but we'll just kind of play around with what we can enter. I mean, Solana's just looking so bearish, man. I do just think Solana's ready to collapse, but like we saw the same sort of move set over here. Look at this, right? So we had the same sort of move to the downside. We saw that pullback opportunity, and then the bearish candlestick to the downside. So that's what I'm looking for on Solana. We just have to be very careful in terms of leverage here. Matic, kind of the same thing, retesting a major resistance level here. No clear break below this level, just kind of consolidating. I'm still expecting 72 cents. That's ideal for this. So if I'm longing, the price is going up, but if I'm shorting, the price is decreasing. Exactly, Tavish. That's exactly what we're looking for. When you go long, you're actually buying, so you're betting the price is going up, and when you're going short, you're betting the price is going down. Again, guys, if you do guys want to live trade with me, or even just simulate trading, check out the links for Fairdesk. They do give you a bonus to trade with as well. So just something to kind of look into for that sizing. But let's go ahead and look at even Quant. Man, look at that on Quant, so perfect. Look at that test. You see, this is why I never change my lines. They're just so perfect. I like just a clean bounce off that support. That's gonna be another video because I did make a video about this yesterday, and I said Quant will test 99 tomorrow, and we literally tested 99, so it's perfect. So yeah, let's go ahead and enter a live stream. Why not? I mean, what time is it? How long have we been doing this? Anyone know? Let me check real quick. Oh, it's only been 37 minutes. We're good. Yeah. So there's quite a bit of people coming in and out, so it's just nice. All right, guys, let's have some fun. So let's see here. What are we looking for? Ideally, I mean, even Doge, like even talking about Doge specifically, like I wouldn't mind going for a long position on Doge, because of the fact that, the only scary part is the fact that we did see this bearish moveset. That's my only concern right now on Doge. Even a breakout formation. You know what? Let's enter a long. I'm gonna do a long position on Doge real quick. Let's see. Oh, we can do 25x. Why not? So let's go ahead and open long position. There we go. We are now in a live position, and our liquidation is very close. So why did I enter a long position on Doge? Again, this is a scalping opportunity. So what we're looking for on Doge, of course, any break below this level would be liquidated anyways for $400, which it's not the end of the world to me. Again, I've mentioned it to you guys many times. But what I'm looking for is a retest of previous support. So you can see that we actually tested this level multiple times, and then we saw the break of this formation. So what I'm looking for is a possible retest on this support, acting as resistance, and then the continuation to the downside. On the 4 hours, you can see this a lot better. You can actually see a possible retest going all the way up here to 0.075, taking our profits right there immediately, and then continuation. Our liquidation zone is actually right here, right below this level, 0.071, where the candlestick started. So any fake out opportunity, we'd pretty much be out of the position. But look at that, we're already up 3%, right? Give or take. So that's a quick move, right? And this is exactly how you play these scalps. Any ideas in VGX, since CZ will buy 1 billion in tokens? Yeah, that's more. Unfortunately, like I said, with macro trades, like with news related trades, it's really hard to say because you're kind of. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have never traded off news. It's quote unquote easy, right? A lot of people say, oh, well, if CPI data comes out bullish, then you just long, and if it's vice versa, you go short, right? Yeah, sure. In reality, that sounds great until you get wicked out. And the reason why I don't buy off news, it's rumors. You never know if it's confirmed. And once it's confirmed, the algorithm, like algo bots, will buy it so fast that you won't even have a time to react. So the only time you'll make money off news is if you're already in the trade beforehand, like before you even knew it was going to happen, and then they announce it. That's time you see massive volatility, right? Otherwise, you're just kind of chilling. So check it out, guys. We're up 4%. Just like that, and like I know it's a small account, right? Like it's only $400, but like 4% on like a $10,000 account is $400. Like, guys, we opened this position. I would have taken profits, right, if that was the case, but we're just gonna let this run for fun. But 4% on a $10,000 account, and that was 30 seconds. That was a 30-second trade. That was a $400 in 30 seconds I would have made, right? And that's the kind of fun part of trading. Ideally, is what you're looking for. And that's what we do right now. Like, I let positions run, whether we get liquidated, whether we make a lot of money, whatever. I just let them run for you guys. Just kind of watch. It's fun, right? It's entertainment. It's whatever. So we don't have to sit here and just kind of stare at charts all day. At least we're in a position to kind of see. But again, our take profit level will be around that 0.075, right off that support. The reason why we entered that position, you guys already know. We're kind of playing the same situation. The only problem is, of course, the trade could go against us is if we reject from here, which I wouldn't be surprised, right? But Bitcoin is extremely oversold. We talked about this already. Bitcoin is looking for a breakout as well, at least up to 16.8. We could see easily a wick and then to the downside. So that's why I'm entered a long position on Doge. That's what we're looking for on Doge. We're just going to let that play. If, of course, we do get wicked out or we get liquidated, then it is what it is. But for now, we'll be back. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. We'll always be live. Unfortunately, like I said, I just work so much that it's really hard for me to do these live sessions almost every day. But I think what I'm going to do is 3 times a week. I'll do these live sessions 3 times a week. Because, doing them every day might get boring as well. But 3 times a week, at least the market changes a little bit. We'll be able to kind of talk a little bit more on the price action, right? Yeah, then I'm losing so much money not shorting. Yeah, and Tavish, like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, you have to be very careful, right? Like, even for someone like me, being wrong is one of those things as a trader. You need to understand that you will be wrong sometimes, but shorting isn't for everyone. You can, like, low leverage shorting, I think is a little bit better using small leverage. And like I said, Tavish, if you are interested, just join, open an account with Fairdesk. The link is in the bio, and then just do paper trading. So just do simulated trading and just see how it works out, right? If you like it, then put some real money in there and then kind of trade. I know a lot of people in here that only have $50, $60, but hey, they're having fun with it too, right? That's exactly what we're looking for. We're just trying to have fun. Like, at the end of the day, like, that's how you learn, right? You learn from losing money, you learn from winning money, you learn what works and what doesn't work. When is the next bull market? Unfortunately, I don't have a crystal ball, but I would say usually it's in the halving. So when Bitcoin is in halving, I believe the next halving is in 2024, if I'm not mistaken. So we got a few years. I think we will see the same bear market from 2018. 1 year of just doing nothing and then a huge bull market. But a lot of people are saying with regulation, we might not ever see that bull market like we saw recently, which is a very interesting argument, right? Because we don't know what regulation is going to look like, unfortunately. But man, at these prices, anything is nice. What's that web page? Which web page? We have this one. This one's Fairdesk. This is Fairdesk, so this is where I open my position. So like I said, you can open an account with the link in the bio, and it just opens and trades here. But yeah, join Telegram for charts. Yep, so the Telegram link, I can definitely link that to you guys here in a second. Let me do that for you guys right now, so you guys can join the Telegram link, and then kind of go from there. 1 second. You know what's crazy is people actually made fake Telegram links, about my channel. They made fake links. It was crazy. I was like, why? Like, why would you do that? Let me just go over here real quick. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so we are up. How much are we up? We're down $1. That's a shame. I think I just linked it right here. There it is. Copy link. Let me send this to you guys real quick so you guys can join. But yeah, I'll be posting everything, like all my charts in Telegram, because it's just easier, right? There's that link for you guys. But yeah, so it's just a little bit easier for me to kind of go from there. There we go. We're up 3%. Yeah. So we're just going to let these trades run. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I gotta reopen now my YouTube. There we go. I'm back. I am back. Okay, so there's that link for you, Tavish. Honestly, I don't want a donation. I'm okay. Don't worry. Like, I'll go ahead and put the donation links like later. I never even knew that was a thing. So I'll send. Yeah, for now, let's just leave it. Next time if you ever feel like it, sure. But otherwise, for now, let's just leave it. There's no point. For now, let's just learn. So yeah, so otherwise, we're just gonna leave this position open. So guys, this is the fun part. I really need a drink of water. I'm dying. It's because like I talk for so long that I forget to drink water, and I never bring a water bottle with me, and then things obviously go south. So this is the fun part. We're gonna leave the position open. You guys talk amongst yourselves, and hopefully we don't get liquidated. And I will be right back. I'm gonna get water. I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes, give or take. So yeah, we're back. All right. Good luck, boys. Good luck. All right, I'm back. I see green. I can't see how much green, but I do see green. So let me just sit. My back's been killing me. Damn, son, we're up 7%. All right, let's have a look, see what's going on with Doge. Why we're pumping. So let's see, Doge. Yeah, see, look at that. So now what's gonna happen is these algo bots are going to see the fact that the exponential moving averages are coming up, right? So they're going to see the fact that, oh, hey, we're getting near the EMAs. This is an easy long position, and they're going to enter. As soon as we break above this wick here at 0.073, it's going to happen really quick. You guys have already seen that happen before, so... Yeah, Tavish, no problem. That's fine. If you don't want to join, don't have to. That's totally okay. Like I said, I mean, with live streaming, I'll be here more often. It's just Telegram's nice for like people that want to stay updated at all times. That's pretty much why. So we'll just kind of go from there. But yeah. So check it out. Doge is now we're down. And that's what I'm saying, right? When we're looking for these kind of positions, so check this out on Doge. So now we broke the exponential moving average here. Now we'll probably use this level as a retest of support and then a continuation. So this is going to look something like this, right? So if I were to draw it on the chart, it would look something like this, come up, and then the continuation like that. That would be the best case scenario, but that would obviously take like an hour or two to get there. So we'll just kind of let it run for now. But like it's quick, right? So like we saw an 8% gain. Like ideally I would have taken that profit if I was, in a larger position myself. 8% on a scalping opportunity is perfect. You don't need to do anything more than that. 8% a day, even 3% a day like adds up, right? And we've seen 3% gain so quick, so it's not really a big deal. Can Luna Classic go to 0? Yeah, Tavish. Bots will. There's a lot of algo bots there actually. Then it's normal. It's just most of the market is actually traded from bots, so it's not a surprise. Can Luna Classic go to 0? Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's unfortunately Luna Classic after what happened with Luna, like I wouldn't be surprised. And it was at 0. It was actually way down there. It was like below half a penny, like even below that. It was like a micro cap. And then we saw the. And then like that's when people were like, oh hey, I'm just gonna toss $1,000 and see what happens. And those are the ones that came out with like $50,000-$60,000 like 2 days later, right? They just did it for fun, and then so unfortunately, like it is the reality. That's why I'll tell you guys, like, if you're looking for shit coins, Doge, Shiba, like coins that actually might still have a purpose down the road. Nothing crazy as of right now. You don't want to be doing something crazy like that. So yeah. So how long has it been for the live? We're at 48. Yeah. So I'll leave them to an hour long. So I'll close the live in 12 minutes. You know, because again, I don't want to make them too long. Because then, you know, people, like, we were at 15 people at once. And now we're at 7 hovering. So I want to keep it, like, simple. Because again, you know, I don't want to be that guy 5-hour live session. Like, that's just boring. I know some people, what they do is, like, they'll open a position and leave it with some music. And then people just talk in there, and like to me, I'm just like, why? Like, why not just talk to your people that want to talk to you, right? It just doesn't make any sense to me. But that's why I'm building the channel as I'm building it, so then we can actually, like, I want more of a community feel here, right? Like a lot of you guys are, yeah, yeah. So like, I want a more community feel for sure, because like at the end of the day, like, you know, I can just be that guy and just kind of open a chart and be like, yeah, this is, you know, I'm buying here and selling here. But yeah, Tavish sounds good. But yeah, ideally that's what we're looking for when we're trading. So we'll let this run, see how it goes out for the next 10-15 minutes, and then I'm going to hop off and I'm going to go probably to bed. I am exhausted. So in terms of the next live session, let's talk about it real quick. I will aim for another one, possibly either Wednesday or Thursday. I will announce it for you guys through Telegram, of course, and on Discord for those of you that are in that chat. And then we'll kind of go from there, see how it plays out. But yeah, we'll just kind of play with it. Let's see. Hold on. What? Hold on. That means Bitcoin is dropping, isn't it? Yes, it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is? Everyone knows what time it is. It's time. It's time for the fun. We're going big. All right, so here we go. Just a quick 125x. This always happens right before. It's funny. It happens right before we end the stream. It just gets to one of those situations where it's like, all right, we're gonna do it, you know. Just a quick one. So it's kind of crazy. So putting it in perspective, right? An $80 move to the downside on Bitcoin means we get liquidated. Oh my god, what's happening here? Let me close that. There's so many comments that are just like spammy on my channels. It's just annoying. There we go. Yeah, you know what? Next time what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to enter a position as soon as we go live and then just let it run. Because it's just a lot easier instead of like us hunting for a position. Like we can talk about positions and stuff because, I mean, we missed our gains, right, from Bitcoin's moveset. Like I wanted to enter at 16.4. Whatever, we're up. We're going up now. There we go. 5%. There we go. Here we go. What are we at? That's a $10 move. There we go, guys. 10%. $35. Just gonna let it run. This could be a nice breakout on Bitcoin. Look at that, beautiful. We entered right on the exponential moving average for that retest, and now we're gonna let this run. This should break out. Ideally, what I would like to see is a nice breakout formation. Oh, that's so clean. This will easily test 16.6 before we come back down, I think. So we're up currently 10% on our position. Just gonna let it run. Just gonna see how it goes. Just quick scalps, right? Quick scalps. Whether we get liquidated or not, it don't matter. Because we're going to let it run. And then I'll end the stream. However this ends, we'll end the stream from there. So either we'll see our take profit hit or we will see red. But regardless. I hope you guys learned something though from today's session in terms of, you know, whatever you guys kind of wanted. It was I like doing these for sure. We're up 8%. It's getting nice. Just need a strong bullish moveset here to end the night. Come on. It's really nice though. Look at that beautiful move. We were supposed to enter right here when we were talking. Nice easy 125x. Very easy. Honestly, even if we get a wick back to 16.6, I'll probably just take profits there. That should be like 80 bucks, I think. It was really nice. I mean, even 8% right now is nice. How could I tell it was going to pull back at that level? Well, okay, so let me just explain that to you real quick. So there's a few ways to look at this. Number one, I only trade off exponential moving averages. So what I knew was, okay, looking at the 4-hour time frames, we will at least get a retest to around 16.6, if not 16.7. Because look, the EMAs, they act like magnets, right? Like even every time we have a huge drop to the downside, we'll come back, retest it as resistance, and then continue dropping. So right now, looking at Bitcoin, at the chart, you can see that the yellow line was getting extremely close. So then what I did was I went on the hourly, and I saw we broke above this level, right? So this nice V-shaped formation was completed. And then we retested this level as support. Remember I told you, old resistance becomes new support. So right now, we are testing this level as support. There's two ways that this can happen on the hourly. Number one is we break this level and continue pushing on lower. Number two is we hold this level and continue pushing on higher, possibly over here to 16.7. Where does 16.7 lead us to? It leads us right into our 4-hour resistance as well. So that's why I took that long position. Around 16.375. So, oh, you mean from down here? Well, that's pretty much, yeah. So when again, if you're looking at it from that perspective, I waited for the hourly time frame. So I was actually trying to play the V-shaped formation. So a V-shaped formation was something like this, right? It comes down, then we start seeing that bullish moveset. 9 out of 10 times, it will complete. And it did complete. So I was looking for that long position right around this level over here when we started the live stream. Because it just, you know, I knew the V-shape would complete, at least on the hourly. We were oversold and stuff, so... Yeah, exactly, CD. That's exactly like, yeah. That's why I was saying I missed my opportunity because we were gonna enter catching this whole move to the upside. Instead, we're just kind of scalping in between now, right? So that's the problem with entering these kind of things, unfortunately. So, but yeah, I can see there's only like 4 of us left, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this position out. It's a quick 7% gain, which isn't bad at all, and we'll leave it. We'll leave that for now. But yeah, thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I hope you guys learned something. you know, from these things. Like I think next time I will do a position first, and then we'll see the gains come in, etc., and then we'll go from there. So once again, you know, if you want to keep up with everything in terms of next live stream, check out the Telegram. If not, just shoot the video a like button. It really does go a long way for me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll catch you guys this week again one more time, and then we'll see from there. But I'll be continue posting videos for you guys, so there's no problems with that. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night. See ya.